Just the solo. Oh no, I missed! Just a goofy camera stunt.
You know, you turn my world upside down sometimes. What a body. Check that out.
6.5 months.
How about a little belly dance?
Yeah, so maybe sometime we ought to...
Okay, I want to get you from the start.
Oh, he's adorable, that thing. Sweet Happy Arthur, right there.
I can't believe it.
Right there in that tree top. Sounds like Billy's falsetto.
Christmas song here.
Wait.
What's a Christmas song?
So Daddy,
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
What did I just say?
Monica, you got a little Billy.
Oh, Holy Night?
Oh, look at how cute.
Never mind, you're off. You're off. Can't waste the
I
film.
think we'll fade this one out.
You know,
It will be Christmas Day. City sidewalks.
That's actually very cute.
Right, it's yet time again for another one of those great basketball games between Bill Glover and Scott Krieger on one side, the Boston Celtics, if you will, against the Cooper and Carter Bush.
You'll never compare me to the Celtics, you scumbag. We're the Knicks. Near the ball.
They're the Knicks, and they are the Miami Heat. Actually, Miami Heat have won a game or two this year in their emergent season, whereas Cooper and Carter Bush have yet to win a game in our little league. They have just arrived. They're about 25 minutes late, but it didn't bother us because we are not susceptible to any of their little tricks. They are about to enter, and we may be able to get a word with them. Here they are now, if you'll follow me. Yes, here they are. They're both wearing red sweatpants. That must mean something. They're going out. How do you feel at yet another attempt to break the stein?
it's no attempt. We're going to do it today. Feel good. We've been working out this morning. We didn't open any presents. We just worked out.
Never heard such nonsense in my life. And how about you, Kata?
I don't have to say anything. I know what's going to happen.
Sam's in red.
Sam's wearing the enemy colors. Oh my God.
Oh, no. Give me 5.
That says it all. We'll see you later for the results.
Game interview. It's Carter Bush. One of the great ones. Carter, you want to explain?
Yeah.
Carter will explain what happened.
Okay, Carter, what happened?
Well, we were strong the first game, but then after that, Scott Krieger, I call him Michael Jordan today, took over the game on the offensive side. Scott was making shots out
Krieger was a dominant player, right? So it looks like
we had to wipe the ball clean, and after the game he made
We'll
some.
pile up the assists.
I'd like to hear that.
Effort in the truest
Hey, you have to
sense of
talk
the word.
into this.
And I have the utmost respect and admiration and love, particularly in the locker room, but as well as on the court, for my teammate of long-standing, Bill Glover.
And how about that man over there?
Cooper Bush. What can you say?
Almost
Could
had
be
to
one of
take
the
him to
great
the
ones.
almost
Played
had to
well,
take him to the hospital.
but he always seems to be lacking that extra stamina, and it seems to hurt the team effort.
The most talented player out on the circuit, but always in the
Rumor
worst
has
shape.
it has something to do with 80 proof blood, but that's unsubstantiated.
Oh, and there was a force.
Hey, who was it that called the rescue squad?
It wasn't me. Oh, I couldn't even be on the phone.
Well, they took the first game handily, 15-9.
Did they win the first game?
15-9.
They beat us
Is that right?
handily.
They beat
Well,
them?
we came back.
We were in shape the
15-8.
first game, but after
Second
that, we
and
could
we
tell
took
we
third game
were in too
15-9.
bad shape.
I was thinking blowout. We have to save face somehow.
Well, we saved face and more, but they were tough, and they continue to improve. One of these years, we're going to have a lot of trouble. It's getting harder and harder, especially when we look at their fresh, young faces.
What a face it
I think
is.
it was tougher the year with 16-14 two games. Tougher those years.
Come here, Laura. Let's get you.
That was back in July. That was Dave Glover referring to. He came very close to being knocked off, but
They don't eat much.
okay. All right, we don't have the minutes from last meeting for tonight.
Why not?
So we'll go right to the treasurer's report.
Okay, last meeting, we had a total of $415. Just now, I collected $54. Are you taking this down, Billy?
No, he's recording
Billy!
He's recording
He's gonna record us.
Oh, this is all right. Total now.
The new era.
Do you hear it?
Yeah, I got it.
$469, right, Scott?
That's where it ends up to.
That's right.
What'd you say about 69?
$469.
Thank you.
Say hello to him.
Yick.
Where are the minutes? Where are those minutes?
All right, listen, we have a lot of kids. Let's try and get through this as quickly as we can.
Let's eliminate the children.
If you don't have a baby in your arms, take notes. No?
Yeah, all right. Just a second.
All right, I think the first issue, all right, is there any old business? Maybe can we dispense with old business tonight? We'll get to new business.
If it's important, but I can't think.
Yes, I have one old business. Yeah, or one piece of old business. Somehow or other, because you know the line, we got to take care of the head waiter.
Yeah, okay, well, that's what, all right, that's what we're supposed to discuss tonight. Okay. Whatever you want to call it. Okay.
All business. I got something to
All right,
say.
go ahead.
I have to ask, since we weren't at the meeting the last time, did anybody discuss what we were going to be doing on September or October? No, we usually have a...
No.
No business.
No.
Okay.
Yo, I got something to say. No.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to say that I thought we had an excellent picnic with the Sklar, and I think we all enjoyed ourselves, and thank you to the Sklar.
That's the report.
For the scholars, I say you're welcome.
Okay.
Any other old business? Okay, now, concerning this weekend, there seems to have been a lot of discussion, certainly at my table, and this is my favorite topic of discussion during lunch, so I'm glad we can continue it tonight. It came up about tipping the maitre d' upstairs and whatever you call the maitre d' in the nightclub. Now, as I remember it, again, we don't have the minutes, so this is my memory, but as I remembered at the last meeting, we discussed two issues. The first issue was the service charge that was added onto our bills here concerning gratuities, dining room, clean-up persons in the room, chamber people, and etc.
Chambermaid is not a dirty word.
Now that was the first issue we discussed. We decided that that Francis would speak to the hotel and that we would not have that service charge added onto our bills and we would tip on our own. That's been taken care of. The second issue was what to do about tipping specifically from out of pocket or from Treasury, the maitre d' upstairs and in the nightclub. Now, as I remember it, we had decided not to tip downstairs in the nightclub because we felt it didn't do anything for us, and I don't think we decided that for upstairs in the dining room. But there seems to be some discussion still, so let's discuss what we're going to do.
We got the best tables I ever saw.
That's right.
Does anybody have anything to say?
Give us a bad table, a good table.
Because from later on,
Okay, you like one at a time, one at a time. All right, anyway, right, let me put it this way. Let's discuss the dining room first. Do we feel that we want to tip? I think everybody's going to have opinions one way or the other. We'll discuss the amount in a minute.
What do you think? Tell us what you think, and then take the uproar.
Well, I'm not the spokesperson for the dining room. I mean, I'm not the spokesperson for the motion.
Oh, we should talk about it first.
You discuss after a motion.
Mother. No, other people will vote for how many are in favor of less than 50. How many are in favor of 50? How many less than 50? All right, 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's do it one more time for the 50s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think the 50s have it. Okay, $50.
Good, let's
Now,
put
we'll
this
discuss
down.
where it comes. Okay, next discussion is downstairs. Francis, you said last year you think it was 15 that we tipped in the nightclub?
Right.
All right, how do we feel about $15? How do we feel about tipping downstairs?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, how much?
Not 50.
15, 1.5 is what we gave last year. David?
No.
Should be the same as last year.
Anybody feel otherwise? Michael?
I think that in the past, we've been unhappy with the location of the tables that we had in the nightclub. This year, as I was saying before, maybe I said out of turn, that several people said they were very happy about the location. They thought it was, if not the best one we've ever had, as good as we've ever had.
And we didn't give any yet. We didn't give any.
Uncle Jack? Okay, Uncle Jack Schwartz.
Sometimes we overtip, we make a mistake, we give too much, and sometimes we give too little. But we now made up our mind how much you want to give, and that's good enough.
15 is too
With
little.
me, if whatever you'll give today, it's something you have to give. 15, if you want to give 25, it doesn't matter. That's it. One way, whatever.
That's
All right, let me put it this
the
way.
person.
Let me, David?
Counting how much your price
I
is.
think it's okay. I mean, if you want to give the guy 20, but you know, if Michael's got a
15
20,
is out.
give the guy a good tip.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get a 15.
My personal feeling is we should go for 20 or 25.
Right, 25. 15's an insult.
It's like nothing.
Right.
Yeah, make it 20.
Was he insulted?
25.
20. All right, let me say this. Just consensus with that actual show of hands. Do we pretty much feel as a group, by a nod or a vocal, that we should go a little bit up from 15? All right, 15, everybody pretty much agreed?
Up from 15.
25, all right, let's vote on 20 or 25 then. How many in favor of 25? All right, it looks like 25 is going to win. So 25 downstairs and upstairs. Now, how much? We have 54 in cash?
In between.
All right, so we need another 21. How do we handle that? People, somebody want to lend it? And it says the following.
Who's it from again?
Michael Billy, cousin from India. He was going to come back with the dot in the middle of this party. Okay. Dear cousins, you're not going to believe this. I was on my way up to the country, spacing out as usual while driving. Well, you know me. I kind of got hopelessly lost. I drove and drove for hours until at last I arrived at a place that looked familiar. At first I really thought I was at the Raleigh. There were huge crowds mulling around and lots of noise. The women were wearing gobs of jewelry and the art looked pretty schlocky. Yep, this must be the place. I had finally arrived. Everyone was wearing weird clothes, but I just figured that I walked in on the middle of a costume party at the Nuru Guru. Pretty authentic, I was impressed. I also liked the extensive redecorating job they had done. Sort of the urban squalor look, a big improvement. I remember thinking that the lounge acts were pretty original this year. Instead of a singer and comedian, they managed to get a snake charmer and a guy who walks on hot coals. Where do they get these acts, I asked myself. But I ask that every year. What else is new? That evening, I thought that was a big laugh. That evening, something happened in the dining room that made me suspect something was very wrong. The room was noisy and crowded, so I figured it must be the right place. I knew I wasn't in the mood to eat chicken, pullet, caponette, or fowl, so I didn't even look at the menu. I went right ahead and ordered the flunky. The waiter looked at me with a totally blank expression. It was kind of dark, so I figured that he was a Puerto Rican kid on his first weekend at the job. I thought, this guy doesn't even speak English, let alone know that he served gefilte fish with horseradish. This is going to be a long weekend. The Rosenfelds are really going to run this poor sucker into the ground. I patiently explained to him what flonk is. Astonishingly, he ran away screaming. A few minutes later, a nicely dressed guy in a navy jacket came over looking awfully upset. I figured that he was a maitre d' and didn't have time to change his clothes after the Guru Guru affair. I wondered how much we were tipping him this year and whether we'd argue about it at the meeting. Once again, I told him I wanted the flonk and explained what it was. You'll never guess what he did. He physically threw me out of the place yelling something in a heavy accent, Yiddish I thought, about barbarians eating incarnations of gods. What the hell is going on here, I wondered. I hadn't even one sip of the Shabbos wine yet. By now, I was confused. I went up to a nicely dressed gentleman and asked him where exactly I was. Again, I couldn't quite make out his meaning through the Yiddishkeit accent, but I did hear something like Ind? No kidding! How could I have gotten that lost? So I asked him to show me where Larry Bird is from. See, Larry Bird is from Indiana. Again, that blank stare. How about the house of that famous crazy basketball coach? Blank. Where do they have that idiotic car race that draws such big crowds? Blank. Where are the banks of the Wabash, for God's sake? At that, he displayed a flash of recognition. He said, Wabash? No way, Sahib. But Amaganja is about 3 miles that way. At the word ganja, David Glover perked up. No, I just made that up. This time I gave a blank stare. Amaganja. Even I know that means Mother Ganges is one of those silly Indian languages. Could I have spaced out so much that I actually drove to India? At least now, I understood the funny clothes and the flunking incident. So what am I going to do now? Well, I'm starting to like the place, so I guess I'll just stay a while. I hate to think of where I'll end up when I start to drive home, but I'll cross that ocean when I get there. Who knows? Maybe I'll even find a shuffleboard court and a volleyball net. Just remember one thing. Go with the mushroom and barley dish at Sunday's lunch. Be sure to eat some rice and spice that I eat 3 times a day. Have fun, and everybody kiss Shira for me. Is there any corrections to Michael's letter?
Send him a copy of this tape.
Okay, is there any other new business?
I think we should wait.
Yeah, all right. Do we leave the deposit on hand here with them that we carry over from year to year in the event that we want to come back next year?
Big question.
I love you. In the carnal way. All right, is there any, all right, so we leave the deposit. Anything, Nat?
Well, we can't be brief. Because it was something very, very beautiful.
All right.
Okay.
I want everyone to know here that Nat was honored at the temple last week as Man of the Year. It was. I would have liked to have everybody, but I couldn't. So I called Eleanor and Irving and Anna and Jack to represent the Cousins group. I had my family and friends and very dear friends of Nat. I don't know if you know his friend Sam. And it was a beautiful award that they gave him. It was lovely. It was, I think Anna can even tell you about it. It was just a lovely, lovely affair, and I was very proud.
I know.
And the next good and welfare is Nat's back in show business. We're doing, what are we doing? Pajama game the first week in November, and I'll tell everybody about it if the show's any good as it shapes
No
up.
pajamas?
No, I'm the boss. I'm Mr. Haskell, yeah. The same role that I triumphed in 15 years ago. Right.
Can I supplement that?
Well, on your turn.
I want to...
It's our turn.
On your turn. Anything else? Okay.
Yeah, I want you to say
Max?
that we...
Okay, we're not up to yet. Roberta?
Well, Miriam is being married on October the 9th to Rick Rosenfeld, and the ceremony will be in Federal Hall. Yes, we announced it in the Times.
I don't
No, when she got engaged a month ago, in the Times.
It was in the Times. I saw it. Want to get married?
October the 9th. Yeah, it'll be fairly small, and the reception will be at the Green Street restaurant. Yeah. They don't want a very large wedding, just a small wedding. Mostly immediate family and ballet people. And a couple of the groom's business associates. Also, she has gotten a lot of publicity because of the American Music Festival of New York City Ballet. Her picture was in the Times three times, including practically a full-page interview with her. There was an exclusive article just about her interview. And her picture was in that, plus in the Times several other times. Her picture was in Vanity Fair. She was mentioned in Newsweek.
Look at the camera. Don't. Yes.
Okay. Yes. And she was reviewed in the Times. The Times called her ballet elegant neo-Balanchine. And refreshing and a few other things.
And they said she moved the dancers on and off the stage very nicely.
That means they didn't fall over themselves.
No, you have to line them up in certain patterns and lines. You can't just, it's not just a question of dancing.
And don't forget to mention that a contingent of cousins were there for the opening.
That is true, and I wasn't. I was there the following week.
Yes.
With her
Say who was
future
there.
in-laws and other people. Like my
Okay,
mother
let's
and...
ready to move along.
Okay, yeah, anything, we have to keep it moving, I don't want to.
No, that's it.
Mother?
Nothing.
Dad said no.
Dad said no?
And one time she listened to me.
Aunt Janet?
I wanted to supplement Francis' discussion about Nat. I was very proud to be a cousin of Nat, and the highest compliment of most of the people that made speeches about him praised his optimistic nature and the wonderful work that he does for the temple and for people.
May I add another way to that?
I'm blushing.
No.
I'm really blushing.
One more way.
Go ahead, go ahead.
We were lucky to have a man that took outside our own club to know how honorable a man, how good he is. But I'm not even saying anything for our own club. We have many honorable people in our own club.
Dishonorable.
Name some names.
Thank you very much.
Can I be Aunt Eleanor?
What does that mean?
Good and welfare for Eleanor.
Oh, you want to be Aunt Eleanor? Okay, go ahead.
Aunt Eleanor's not here, but Lauren graduated from high school Thursday night. She was very sweet. She invited us. She managed to scrounge some tickets. And it was a lovely graduation. And Matthew was at an award assembly 2 days before in his school. Was given 4 different honorary awards, plaques, trophies, certificates, and they were just thrilled. One was the American Legion Award, which is the highest award you can give a kid in the school for citizenship and scholarship and
Will you take some of you?
all around.
No, don't take it.
Beautiful.
I don't want to be taken.
I want to be taken.
And Amy got an award of $35 from the school for vocal something or other. And Judy Stephen graduated from college. And
What school?
starting in Jefferson in
Jefferson.
Philadelphia Medical School in
Very good.
September.
Very good.
I think that's all. And she's going to an elder hostel this summer with her. Eleanor.
Where? Which one?
2 Elsa hospitals.
So are we. We're going to 2 elder hospitals also.
At the end of
Okay, we have to move
We're on
along.
July 17th and August 28th.
Okay, time to move on. Andy, anything?
No.
It's 2 different.
Cheryl?
No, Samantha's 3 months old.
That's news. She didn't used to be 3 months.
Her middle name is Harley, Harly, not after Harley Davidson,
Yeah,
but
right.
after Carly. We needed an H, so she's Harley.
After her.
Just, and say something.
Shut up and drink your beer.
Yeah. Okay. Florence, nothing? Peg, anything?
Well,
What?
I do.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I opened up my own law firm, Martin Kreckstein. Thank you. I'm specializing in bankruptcy law.
Yes, sir. Yeah, if
Anybody
anyone
goes
goes
bankrupt, he
bankrupt,
gets
raise your hand.
If anybody goes bankrupt, he can get it for your wholesale.
Only in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania.
Thanks.
Maybe if we increase the dues, we'll give Andy a help in this start.
Individuals that I can help you out. But if you know any good corporations that are going,
Good needs.
the bigger the corporation, the better.
Keep moving, brother.
Okay.
Rhonda.
Peg, anything? Peg, anything?
Scott and I went to Chicago last week. We saw my brother and sister-in-law and niece and nephew, and went to a friend of his wedding.
His this, yeah.
Oh, the one I had the fight with at your wedding?
Yeah. That's right, that's her. She asked us about you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did she say? She's nuts. Is she still nuts?
Oh, is she a beautiful bride?
She said, I hope you didn't give her a centerpiece. Rhonda? Oh, I'm sorry. Peg, anything else? Peg, I'm sorry. What about the kids?
Didn't you have sex in Chicago?
I think Rhonda Linda should give us a rundown on the children.
Wait, Peg, more, anything else? Okay.
Please.
Later.
That's not a good.
Open your mouth.
That shows you had a lot of wisdom.
The girls are fine, you've met them, they're 10 months old, they're exhausted with you and sleeping, yes, that's very nice. Yes, it's a big thing. Christopher is off to the South Pacific, and he's on a ship and went last week, and will be back in December. We emptied Bobby's ancestral home in Nutley, New Jersey. We're no longer in partial.
Yay, Nutley, yay.
And Peg was fabulous and helpful and terrific in getting our move on.
And how about me? I schlepped around like 3 or 4 times for you.
Oh, Billy just busted his rear end. As usual. You can only leave that to your management.
Wait till next time you move out of Nutley. Okay, next.
Who's next?
Andy.
Andy, Melinda?
Say nothing. You say nothing.
We had a baby.
Name, Lindsay Stegan. Eliora, E-L-I-O-R-A.
Wait. E-L-I.
Mariam, M-A-R-I-A-M.
Wait.
For the rest of her life, she's
I
got to
can't take
spell
this
it.
pressure. M-A-R-I-A-M.
Otherwise known as Ellie Mae. Y'all.
Join the
Sammy, oh, there she is. Oh.
far easier birth than her sister. It was classic, like in the movies.
Oh, baby, you mean you boiled water?
It happened at taxi.
Practice makes perfect, you know?
Police car?
Her weight, she was, is she just born yet? No. 82.5 and 21.5 inches. But she is now 22.5 inches and 10 pounds.
Wow.
And she's 5 weeks old. And she's big, and she's got the biggest hands and feet of any infant that anybody has.
That's it, Sheeta.
Maybe a
And
volleyball
also,
class.
Kiara is starting preschool in September. She starts preschool in the city of Yonkers.
She's got a lot of hope for us. 25 minutes.
Okay, Francis.
And we're getting a window. We're getting a window. I'm very excited about my new window. In my dining room, that's going to look out on water. We're knocking out.
You're going to cut down the trees?
Let's move along.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Probably you all know by now that Mary got married.
You're kidding!
What was the date?
Really?
What was the date?
June 10th.
June 10th.
Okay.
His name is Danny.
Jerry Garcia.
Danny Esposito. Now, Frances, the Meredith said she met him on a vacation when she went down there, and they fell very much in love. And Meredith said she's fed up with New York City, and she doesn't like the city any longer. She likes it's a nice college town of Athens, and she married Ed, and they were very much in love, and she's very sure of herself. And he's the leader of a rock band, and he also he works at the mall. They have a very large mall there, major department stores.
What's the name of the band?
And they're very happy.
Tools of
They went
Freedom.
on a week's vacation.
Tools of Freedom.
They visited his parents in Jacksonville, and they also went to St. Augustine, and they should be back this weekend. Expecting them. She will be sending. She said she will be sending all the cousins an announcement, and her address.
Adele?
Well, we're back.
Here we go.
No kidding.
We have about 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes. We had a very good winter season, thank God. We now have 6
Any operations?
granddaughters, as you all know.
Any operations this
Yeah,
winter?
Arnie had an operation in January.
Okay.
A hernia operation.
Another one.
And they got a big net in there, that big. But thank God he's feeling fine now, and all is well, and that's about it.
Michael's in India.
Oh, yeah, Michael's in India.
Michael-
Of course,
We know
for the
that.
Michael Billig family.
Where in India?
He's in the province of Kerala.
Oh, over there by Kerala, yeah.
South
South Carolina.
Yeah.
of India. the southwest portion of India.
He's not in
all
Bombay, he's in Bamboshi.
Oh, that's the guy Irving Schwartz from the Brookside. Last year I went Bombay, this year I went Bomb Ocean.
Delhi, and he went from there to the Taj Mahal, and then he went down to Bombay, and it's going to take him approximately 2 weeks from the time he started to get to Kerala, and he's there setting up a project. We expect him home, if all goes well, please God, August 11th, and he is setting up a project for a 9-month stay after next year.
How about the glue?
Okay.
You see the glue?
I read it.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, okay, Michael,
Here
anything?
this weekend with us to represent.
Michael, motion to close the meeting?
Oh, let's go. Hold, one thing, hey.
Yes.
A guest is here from Israel.
Yes.
Lev Davidoff.
Anything you want to say, Zip? You want to say
You're in the bosom of your family.
He was in the bosom of the
You want to say anything?
How's the hotel?
You'll be back with us here next year.
Let me say something for you. This is the most boring experience of your entire life.
I would like to say he's a good volleyball player.
Yeah,
Okay. We're done. Thank you all.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Have a good summer, one and all.
Mr. President, once again, a job well done.
I hate this freaking job. There's nothing in my life that I've hated this much. The only thing I really feel like doing at the moment is farting. That says it all.
20 minutes.
I took in my own hands tonight because the secretary was too much of a something or other tonight, cranky and God knows what else. Wouldn't do it, and I was forced to double.
The secretary is a disgrace.
Normally I can't want to see a week, tonight I had to double this.
I want a motion to nominate Scott and Billy as president and secretary for life.
No way.
Yes.
I want to say something.
Ayatollah of
I want to say something here. Every year I say it's the last year. This is my 5th year, and this is absolutely the last year I am ever going to do.
No.
I mean that this year.
And I mean that.
We want Scott. We want
You see,
Scott.
because that's the kind of respect I get. I do this job, this nuts on job, with fisted ties in my face.
We want Scott.
Here's
I think we should do something nice. This is how I feel at this point.
I think we should do something nice for our president. And we'll see him later in his room to take care of it.
Shut it up.
You'll understand that it's important that
Say goodnight, Sam.
you don't ship them the model right away. You try.
Liz, want to tell us what happened to Shuffleboard today?
Uncle Billy, you're my favorite uncle.
Well, what happened in Shuffleboard?
We are victorious as we've come to be
Who's
accustomed
we?
to. We, myself, Scott Krieger, and my cousin, Bill Glovin. We were victorious. G-L-O-V-I-N.
You sure that's who was out there?
Yes, that's Bill Glovin, not William I. Glovin. It's plain Bill Glovin. We were victorious.
Who did we defeat?
We defeated Philip Boffey.
Philip M. Boffey.
Philip M. Boffey, yes. And Ziv. Ziv. Our Israeli dignitary visiting this weekend with us. Philip Boffey says that he didn't have his usual partner, Christopher Boffey, but Bill Glover and I say we don't care who we crush, the outcome is always the same. We dropped the first game, but not to worry, we came back and defeated them handily in the second 2 games.
Thank you.
I found your behavior on the shuffleboard court abominable, and I think as a fading veteran, I'm going to retire on my past glories and never again venture out there until next year. Thank you.
Oh, look at all those people.
Sam, practice up your shuffleboard.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, Billy, I'm taking you out.
Bye. It's been a great weekend, but it's good to go home.
Shira said to KR, there's no place like that. You interested in going? $10 each for Judy Collins, and he said, here's $20, paid in advance.
I gave her our last 20.
Bye-bye, Bobby.
Bye.
David, how's it going?
Okay.
Bye.